Hey guys, welcome back to Positioned Well. If you are looking for a quick, easy, and inexpensive way to refresh your flower bed, then look no further than this video. In today's video, I am going to take you all on a journey with me. That's right, we're going to the store. And what store? We're going to Lowe's Home Improvement. Now, I have to be honest and say I do not have a green thumb. I do not like gardening, but I don't want the HOA on my back. And one thing about me, as you all know about this channel, I like for everything to look clean and in order. Yes. So what are we going to do? We're going to cheat. We're going to make our flower bed look presentable so that we have curb appeal and our neighbors like it. Most importantly, we love it, but we're going to do it in a way that takes minimal effort. So as we pull into Lowe's, we're going to head to the garden center, and I brought my husband with me today because he is gracious to help me with this project. Our first stop is right in front of the mulch, and we are opting for Brown Mulch, and he's going to help me get all of those bags loaded. And the great thing about Lowe's Home Improvement this weekend is that they had a sale, 5 bags for $10. Now, we did have to make 2 trips and we spent $40. Aren't you glad you're not watching one of those channels that make you wait until the end to tell you how much of an investment you're gonna have to make? You can thank me later. But he went ahead and loaded everything up, and this here is 10 bags, and you're going to see later on in the video why I like the mulch to be thick. Now, this is the before of our flower bed, and these are the bushes that our builders planted very poorly, might I add. And the first step is to go ahead and remove any weeds that you have currently existing in your flower bed. I have not removed weeds in about a year, so you'll notice that our bed is not that bad, but I'm going to tell you why momentarily. Taking out the weeds first is just going to make this much easier to prevent regrowth. Okay guys, if you are watching this video, go ahead and subscribe so that I can make another one. I swear, I feel like the wind is winning right now when it comes to recording this footage, but it's okay. We are outside, and I much rather do yard work in 70-degree weather than 90-degree like we tried last year around the 4th of July. It was miserable. Once you have your weeds all removed, the next thing you want to do is shape your bushes. What I try to do is kind of shape them in a circular pattern. Truthfully, if these things didn't ever grow a day in their life, it would be fine with me because I prefer very small bushes, almost like when you first plant them, but we know they must grow and they live outside and that's what they do. So I am just carefully going around and kind of shaping and then stepping back and seeing if I like the shape. And once I get a shape that I like, I move on to the next one. This tool that I'm using is very easy to use. However, you do have to push 2 buttons at the same time in order for it to operate. And after a while, Lord, my poor little fingers, they were hurting. They were hurting. So if you have something that's electric, it may work a bit better, but you're not going to be out here for long. I think this entire project probably took an hour, if that. So as I am shaping the bushes, I'm just making sure that I don't have any pieces that are sticking out. And I kind of liken it to like giving the bushes a close fade. Whatever it takes to make this work. It's always helpful if you have a partner, because once I said that my fingers were hurting, my husband asked if he could step in, and I'm like, yeah, please go for it. But part of me was like, oh Lord, please don't mess up the shape, because us control freaks, we always got something to say, right? But he did a wonderful job. So this is a lesson for the control freaks. It's okay to give up control sometimes. It will be just fine. He is going to town with those edge clippers. And then at one point, he was going so well. And I was like, let me get a close up. And then he did something like this when he just started kind of like shaving it. And I was like, oh Lord, do I need to go back in? What in the world? And then he did this. What? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. He didn't hurt anything. And he knows I love him because I know he's going to watch this video. But y'all, share the chore. I promise you, you won't wake up the next morning sore if you share the chore. And not for nothing, his might have came out better than mine. So you're just going to continue to shave your bushes down and get a pattern that you are happy with. And that will conclude step 2. Now, while you're doing that, keep in mind that you already have your mulch, and your next step is going to be to make sure you lay your mulch. Now, as you can see, a lot of the debris is falling down, and this is where you have a decision to make. A lot of the larger pieces we did pick up off camera and dispose of them, but keep in mind, for us, we're also just putting the mulch right on top of it, so we did not worry about the smaller pieces, because you're going to refresh your flower bed with fresh mulch. Here's the key though, you want to make sure you're putting at least 3 inches of mulch down so that you will not have any issues with weeds. We do not have any plastic under our mulch. We don't have any paper under our mulch. We don't have anything under the mulch, and we've done this before and it worked just fine. You all just saw me pull out the weeds, and it was not a lot of them. So now we are at the next phase where my husband has gone and got the mulch. It's easy to have some type of razor so that you blade so that you can open up the bag and then just start putting it wherever you so choose. Because we want 3 inches, we are laying it around pretty thick. And then once he disperses of that mulch, it gives me the opportunity to go in gently and move that mulch around where I want it. At these corners where the cement meets, I'm telling you, stack it up, because that's going to be where the annoying weeds will pop up if you do not. If you make it thin right there, those edges, you will be pulling weeds out quite frequently. Trust me, I know. So now I'm just going around acting like I'm a gardener, honey, but I don't know anything about gardening, nor do I want to. This is the most that y'all are going to get out of me. This is the most that my yard is going to get out of me. But I promise you the end result is going to look like it was maybe professionally done, maybe not, but it's presentable, baby. It's going to be presentable. Work yourself around, and just keep in mind to make sure you put in thick layers of mulch so that you won't have the weeds, because that's the biggest thing. You want this to last until next year this time. Now your mulch is going to move unless you purchase a more quality mulch that's weighted, and I think those are $4 to $5 a bag. That was not something that I wanted to do, so I'm okay with losing some mulch throughout the year, because by the time that you need to reset it, it will be 365 days later, if not more, right? So you can start to see how this is building up and how it is looking, and just keep it within your stone or your rocks or whatever you may have for your border. And as you can see also, we added in some lights back in January, and even with that, it looks amazing. I'm just placing it right around those lights like so. And then yeah, from here, I'm telling you, this is the last step. I feel like this only took what, 2 steps? 2 steps. This is also halfway, so y'all are looking at probably 10 bags right now. And then we left and went back to the store off camera to get another 10 bags. But this will kind of give you an idea. So 20 bags filled our flower bed, it filled our tree, and it filled a little side bush. So this is the before, this is the after. And y'all, I cut one of the flowers and that thing grew back yesterday, okay? But y'all know I had to stamp it because I love it. And I hope you all love this video. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to know how we install our stacked stone, then you want to check out this next video here. It might be here. One of these places.